Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this Christmas Eve day. It is the 24th of December. In fact, it is 7:14 a.m. I get later and later every day doing these. And Sunday, the 24th of December, Christmas Eve day. How many people are going to be online just doing YouTube today instead of being with family? Don't know. I don't have anyone or any place to go see. I haven't talked with my brother-in-law for some time. I haven't seen my children in quite some time. Oh, excuse my tummy. I actually ate a salad this morning because I was, well, number one, hungry, and number two, I need to eat something that's semi-healthy every once in a while. Unfortunately, it was an iceberg lettuce chef salad. Iceberg lettuce is basically nutritionally null and void. It provides you a little bit of fiber and mostly water. Hopefully there's some bioflavonoids inside of it to help me out as well, because that is a good thing. My lava lamp has been on since a little after 5, and hopefully by the end of the vlog it'll be a little bit more active. Hard to say. I went to Walmart this morning to see if they had any anti-wet tail stuff for poor little Squeak Jr. Unfortunately, they don't have any over-the-counter treatments of stuff like that for wet tail. If I wanted to, I would have to wait until 9, 10 o'clock, drive the 20 miles to Olympia from here to go and see if a pet store is open on Christmas Eve day. I know they're not going to be open tomorrow, so I'm not able to get anything for little Squeak. She's probably going to die. She's still active now, but she is leaking liquid feces, which is what wet tail is. It is terminal diarrhea. And yeah, she's going to dehydrate to death because you have to be constantly drinking. And if you're not drinking, you're losing. You're losing water because you're constantly flowing out your backside. And while that sounds so goofy, it's terminal. It kills people. It kills animals. I mean, you dehydrate quickly. And as you dehydrate, it damages your kidneys. And the more your kidneys are damaged, the worse you do. It's just a bad cycle. Because you can't drink fast enough, you take damage and you slow down. And because you're slow, you drink less. And because you drink less, your kidneys get more damage. And that slows you down. And because you're slower, you can't drink. And it's a bad cycle, and unless she can fight it off herself, she's going to die, and I've just got to make her as comfortable as possible as she goes. I'm very, very sad and unhappy about that. She is one of my favorite little hamsters, but ever since she threw herself nose first off of my recliner downstairs, it's been a slow decline for her, and I'm so sorry, and I'm about to cry. Damn it. Anyway, though, what I'm going to do is, right next to me, I have somebody that normally I don't bring out. Hey, little guy, I didn't mean to scare you to death. I try not to bother this little guy too much because he lost all of his fur at one point. This is little Bobo Jr. Yay, Bobo Jr. Now, he's not as much of a dust mop right now, but that's because he is just really tired and semi-freaked out because, hey, he was sleeping and now he's in my hand. I took scissors to him and I cut off all of his excess fur because he's got a little wheel that he runs on, just like all my little hamsters. They have these, well, not all of them. I have 4 of these mesh wheels that I have in the bin cages. And I noticed on his wheel, he had some of his fur caught in the axles wrapped around the little post. It was tugging his fur out. So I clipped it. Sorry about that, rental tongue syndrome. I clipped it so he's not going to get caught and it's not going to tug his fur out anymore. So even though I love him as a little dust mop, and as you can see, the hair behind his ears is kind of growing back on that one side, not so much on this side, but that stuff was getting tugged out from him running. Poor little guy. So this is Bobo Jr. And he's getting to be an older man, very older, but he's nice and active and warm and fuzzy and not dying like little Squeak, so it's a good thing. I'm gonna put him back now, though. There you go, Bobo. Thank you so much. I try to keep him out of circulation because the hamsters are high maintenance. I mean, they really are. They are very easy to stress out, and if you stress them out, like a little Squeak Jr., it can knock their systems out so badly they get wet tail. Ugh, hamster bedding, hamster fur flying in the air, and then they die. They're amazingly high stress animals, but it's a good thing because I love them so much. I just wish little Squeak wasn't dying. Now, what I wanted to point out is, even though I don't get much mail, I do occasionally get mail. Oh, my stomach is just so upset. My apologies. I do this all as one extemporaneous hot take, so no, I'm not going to edit any of this out. I just edit for clarity, amusement, and if I happen to like blurt out some horrible racial comment, then I'm going to edit that out. That's never happened yet, but you never know. I mean, I'm not a closet racist or anything, but maybe I'll amaze myself and be like PewDiePie and blurt out something horribly racist one day. I can't imagine that I'd do that, but who knows? Actually, me, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to yell anything racial. I think that's a terrible, terrible thing. And I live my life trying not to hurt or offend people. I don't like being hurt. I don't like having unjust things happen to me, and I have way too much empathy. I'm not going to do anything to hurt anybody else. As much as I just tried to make a goofy statement just to, for a laugh, oh, then in case I do this, that's not something I'd ever do, which is good. But I actually got some mail. Yay! So I don't want to show if there's any. Okay, there's no return. Oh, there is kind of. So well, maybe. I got this one. They were saying, thank you very much. We love your videos. Keep up the good work. Very, very cool. I'm not quite sure where it's from. It looks like it's from not only just Washington, but up in the Seattle type area. Way cool. Thank you so much. There's a water park up in Federal Way. I've wanted to go up to that water park. My kids have been up to the water park. I've never been there. The last time I was at a water park was decades ago. Yeah, over a decade. My wife was alive. We went to like Knott's Berry Farm / Disneyland in like 2007, 2008. So that's the last time I've been to a water park. How about that? Thank you very, very much for the card. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. And then this one, the container had actually broke open, so they retaped it and then put a stickum on the outside of the envelope. But somebody sent me not just 1 or 2 or 3 or 18, but a whole handful of postcards. No, this one's a separate one. I don't even know when this one showed up. I can't tell from the posting. But thank you very much for this one. These are the ones that were sent in the package. Thank you very much. I'm just losing my mind out of insanity. And these were just sent in the bundle. And you look at these and you go, well, gosh, what exactly would these be? Well, if you look on the back, and I want to be very careful about this because I don't ever want to show, doxing information, but they're all individual cards with individual things on them. And I don't know if this was just one person or a whole bunch of people that got together and said, hey, let's send them cards. And so I got all these cards all in one package. Thank you so very much. These are awesome. I greatly appreciate absolutely anything that anybody sends me in the mail. It is a wonderful, beautiful thing, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I love these. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I love all mail that I get. I don't get a ton, and most of the stuff I get is from people that are sending me specific things. So when I get stuff like that, thank you so very, very much. It is very cool. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. A very good thing. Oh shucks, there was something else I've been trying to think of to talk about, because I've got all sorts of stuff that I want to talk about, and then I turn on the webcam and I am blank. And then I finish and start editing. It's like, oh, I should have done, oh, I wanted to, oh, I meant to, That's the way it goes, though. Gotta love brains. so delicious, so nutritious. Actually, not true. There is a prion disease that you can get by eating human brains called kuru. Eating human brains is bad for you. It will destroy your own brain. It causes a infection that chews up your own brain and you die. Kuru, the laughing sickness, because one of the things that happens is you just, in your dementia, you're laughing all the time, and then you die. Not a good thing to eat human brains. Now, eating human flesh, the rest of the human body, not such a bad thing, of course, but we are a high-fat creature, so we're not exactly healthy to eat. And if you do eat human flesh, I mean, you want to make sure you eat a lot of other things as well. Make sure you eat lots of salads, lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, along with your human flesh consumption. Don't eat human flesh, by the way. As much as I may joke about it, please don't kill and eat other people. In fact, if possible, I'm one of those that I like all life, just about all life. There are some animals that I wouldn't mind. As much as possums are very useful creatures, and because they hoover up ticks like crazy. It's like they eat hundreds of ticks every night, and that's an awesome thing. But they are just ugly, nasty creatures when they're adults. When I lived up in Bellingham in this one house that I lived in for 10 years, before the possums and stuff could get into the basement, and we could not shut the one door that led to the outer room that had the door that went down in, well, not door, the stairway into the basement. So all the time possums were getting in. I would be upstairs and I'd hear a crash, come downstairs, and like I'd find, at one time I had put one of my clothes baskets on a chair. I heard a crash, came downstairs, one of the possums had knocked the thing over on top of itself. So there was a wild possum trapped underneath my clothes basket. I pushed it outside and then let it go. And I've had possums that were in our kitchen that I chased out with brooms, and one of them was up on the countertop by our microwave. I didn't want to kill it, I didn't want to hurt it, but I didn't want it in the kitchen, so I actually got a butcher knife, but only because it was an object that I could reach over. And I used the blunt side of the thing, the sharp parts underneath. I didn't want to hurt it, but I put the blunt edge of it underneath its body and then lifted it and tossed it toward the door, and it went bonk and then ran outside. So possums are ugly and they're hideous, but I don't want to kill them. And when they're babies, oh my gosh, they're cute. They've just got these radar dish ears, and that's really awesome. They are cute, cute, cute little critters. The problem is the amount of fur they have as babies is like the amount of fur they have when they're grown up, and so they look really scruffy when they get older. Ugh. And they hiss, and they're nasty. They're just scared of you. They just want to try and scare you away. They're not going to rush at you and attack, but ugh. Thumbs up. I almost bought a whiteboard today when I went to Walmart to try and find the over-the-counter stuff for the hamsters, because my parents sent me a little bit of money, not much, but some, for Christmas, and it was $8 for a whiteboard. Nice whiteboard, pretty big thing, like, if I turn my hand this way, about this big around and like tall, and I was going to buy it, but it didn't have anything to hang it with. What they have is the pads of permanent stick, so you stick it to a wall or whatever, and then it's permanent. You've got to get like a knife and try to scrape and rip it off with one of those, and we can't put those on the walls, especially if I'm going to be leaving in February. Where did November come from? Ruined that one. But I'm talking with my therapist. He asked me when the lease was due here. We moved in mid-February. We signed in like beginning of February or end of January, something like that. It's only a yearly lease. I can't afford to stay here. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to afford to stay here next month. I'm only going to have like $300 to pay my $1,000 rent. Again, some people have send me emails saying, I wish I could help, but it's hurting my own marriage to help. please never, ever, 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 ever harm your own life, your own marriage, your own self, your own anything to try and help me. You have to think about yourself first. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be hurt, but I don't want you to be hurt either. You have to take care of yourself first, others second. Please, as much as I may need the help, take care of yourself first. And Merry Christmas. Now, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments because I appreciate that to no end. Number one, I just appreciate you people leaving me comments. And number two, you get me out of my head into the real world dealing with people. That's a good thing. I am so depressed. I'm clinically depressed, bipolar disorder. My wife died 3 years ago. Oh, it is not good behind these eyes. So I'm thanking 20 to 25 people. Now, if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're terrible at names, but I do my very, very best. So, now, the biggest thing, I'm not reading the comments right now, unless it's a really short comment. My eyes just soak it up through peripheral vision. I'm going to read the comments later, and thumbs up everyone I read, answer as many as I can, but for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So, Dominique Tolliver, thank you very, very much. And Smug Nanachi, thank you very much. Thank you. Kana Media 101, greatly appreciated. And Mika Mach 5, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And then there is Wilker, thank you very, very much. And then we have Beat Brody, Beat spelled B-E-T, like a beat. And then Mahiki 32, thank you very, very much. Castellu, thank you, greatly appreciated. XXX, Caro Hinamore, XXX, thank you very, very much. And N Acho, thank you. Mojo Boyo, thank you, greatly appreciated. Remitsu, greatly appreciated, thank you. Mateus Balcher, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And then Dark Link MS, thank you very, very much. Cringy 7-year-old, heck of a name. And then Emo Pink Panda, thank you very, very much. Louis M. Medina Mercado, thank you very, very much. And Dev, greatly appreciated. Molder, thank you very, very much. David Alder, greatly appreciated. I sure hope I'm good on that. I am terrible at counting, and I'm quite sure that I've just skipped like 10 digits. I'm so sorry. And then there is Michael Davis, greatly appreciated. Chloe Lambert, thank you very, very much. And then we have Elfgard the Elf. I don't even know if I even counted one, but here's 2 already. Brandon Hope, greatly appreciated. Jesse Zimmerman, thank you very, very much. And then last but not least, Pinge Music. Thank you all so very, very much. Again, I'm not even sure that I thanked 20 to 25 people. I have a feeling that was only like 7 or something. I am so sorry. I got bedding on my keyboard. When I picked up Bobo, it spread bedding everywhere. And on my chair. And on my pants. Good Lord. I'm covered in bedding. Anyway, though, if you could check out my links down there, that would be awesome. I've got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you wanted to check those out, that'd be awesome. My thanks to absolutely everybody who has donated to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron. Thank you so very, very much. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be very awesome. I don't want to be homeless. I really don't. I don't know, honestly, if I would survive that. I am a survivor, but I need my sleep mask, and you can't plug a sleep mask into a bush if you're sleeping in a field. So if you could donate, that would be awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be cool. I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I talk with my hands. I must be half Italian. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. But I do understand if you don't want to. My personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. So if you do not like my channel, I understand. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, I understand. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until I kick off, which will hopefully be 19 years from now. Unless, of course, I get homeless and can't plug my machine in which case I'm going to die of a heart attack in a few years. Hopefully a few years. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I got a reaction coming up. I got a game video coming up. Hopefully I got something for my game channel if I can stay awake. I actually went to bed a little early last night and slept until 5. Well, till 3. Well, till it was closer to 2. I kind of clock watched from then on. But you have a good day today. I will be seeing you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. So you take care. Watch out for that bus. Don't let it kill you.